Alright, Silent Sword, Lucio, reviewing this. Okay, I'm going to be doing it on the fly, so sorry if it's a bit slow. So first thing, I would always, positioning is important on King of the Hill control maps, so I would always amp out of spawn. And then follow your Reinhardt. So, just to be picky at the very beginning. What are you doing? You're way out in the middle of nowhere by yourself. You want to be, where's your aura? Basically, the whole reason, apart from for, redditing on certain maps where Lucio is a pick viable regardless of what the rest of your team are doing, because you can get boops. This is one of those maps, I guess. And well as well. And things like what is it, Sanctum, Nepal, Gardens, Lijiang, Anyway, but otherwise, the reason to run Lucio is to move your tanks around. So at the moment, your aura, can we see it on the ground? Not really. But yeah, basically, yeah. I like the wall riding. To the face. Did you see the Reinhardt go underneath you? Because that's a boop opportunity right there. That's a boop opportunity right there. Shooting him more is a good though. But yeah, you could have got, if you had followed the Rhine. Let's go back and watch him go underneath you. But yeah, you always want to be looking for your boop opportunities. There he goes. There he goes. And you're here. Turn around. Hug and, do the holding the wall ride. Boop. Anyway. Yeah, boop opportunities. Yeah, I'd hug the wall. Not bad. Not bad. What are you looking at the floor for? What are you doing? What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, you're just occasionally putting yourself in harm's way for no reason. You're just a bit too in front of your tanks. This is better. Speed, yeah. More speed than heals. So, I'm sure you know this, but in those instances, obviously, if that shatter was nothing, he just shattered a shield. So it was right not to engage. But if he gets a shatter, immediate amp speed. Get the Rhine into swinging. Preferably stay on speed, but if you see people going a little bit low, then you obviously can switch to heals. But really, you want, especially the initial amp speed straight away. And if they're low, then you immediately switch to heals, but always amp speed first. So they get a burst of speed so that they can get into position to swing and stuff. But yeah, bad shatter. I seem to remember, like, this match is not your fault or anything at all. This is entirely the Rhine's fault. He doesn't play too badly in the first 2 rounds. But yeah, he throws the 3rd round. Okay, I know you have your ult, so it's one of those things. Do you spam damage to see if you can get a kill? Because, if you headshot a couple of people and then he fire strikes, it could kill a squishy target. But there's an argument to say not to do that, because otherwise you're just feeding the enemy support's ult charge. So you got to think about that. But at the moment you're basically doing nothing. Amps, that's it. So I think you could have done something then. You did nothing. I think you could have done something. The first thing I would have immediately done was amp speed and run towards him to help him speed out. Because if you've got the speed on, he can shield hop and get away. Like I said, this Reinhardt's not very good, but and in general, I think you switch a bit too much out of a fight. I mean, at this rank, sometimes fights go on for quite a long time, and it's not quite clear when a fight has started. But I'd be staying more on the speed. But then basically, yeah, he gets hooked, amp speed, and maybe beat to save him. I mean, I know we have Imor, but you know, and we don't have a D.Va to eat that, and we don't actually have a stun at all apart from the Doomfist. But let's see how Jojo misses this, and he goes the wrong way.
Get in here.
It's just a millisecond late. It's actually so close. It's so close, but he's dead before it touches, and it obviously doesn't activate until it goes there. So he's just a bit late. He steps right instead. So ideally, because you chose to amp speed then, why? It's very late. Yeah, you try and amp heal. Why can I not see your aura? Very hard to see the aura. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Anyway. But yes, this. Oh, now run away. Now run away. You should be on speed running away. Good dodge, but yeah, you're in a world of trouble. How did the Zarya die in that? She's just right in front. See, again, maybe you shouldn't be trying to 1v1 the hog. He was so low, I know. But once you'd messed that, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. And I would just be getting out here. Because once he's vaped, once he's used his heal, you can't finish him. You can't finish him, so you should be out. Nice. Oh, that's unfortunate. But again, I think you're on the heal too much. You're on the heal too much. I think you could have saved whoever that was who got hooked. Because if you were closer to him, you could have booped him. Why are you amping? I don't think there's any need to amp there. It's a bit picky, but yeah, you're kind of just running around, not really doing anything, and you definitely could have saved that, and you definitely could have avoided getting hit. After you kill her, why do you go to point? I don't know why you go to point. It's a bit weird. And I think you could have saved him. Because you're late, and then you die. Sad. It's a funny window position, he doesn't have it. Funny window position from Jojo. In a probably a lost fight. Both tanks go down and he tries to win it with the window visor, but from a bad position. That window visor is low ground and weird position. Maybe should have done that from point, like retreat to point. You got more cover. It's just in the open. It's not a good position. Speed, yeah. Yeah, stay with your Ryan.
Yeah, time to heal.
So you're trying to poke now. So it's a bit of a weird, why didn't you do that before? Also, I wonder in that position, in that time, here,
Check this out.
it's a good 30 seconds.
Let's get you healed up.
She gets hooked, dead. Are we going to win a fight? Beat is all that we have? Probably not. So I would strongly consider going back to get your Zarya at this point, because it's just wasting a bit of time. We have to wait that entire time, right? What happens in the 15 seconds it takes her to get back? What happens? We lose another person. Well, that's kind of JoJo's fault. For being in a position to be hooked. But you see what I mean? Nothing happened. We actually just stagger another fight.
Fully healed.
He's not really looking. And he's just in an open position. Yeah, it's kind of JoJo's fault. He's not aware of his surroundings. It's totally in the open. If he wants to be healing and you know, tuck in the corner, or make sure you check as you look out and then come to here and heal from safety. But here he's more susceptible to fire anyway. Anyway, this is for you. But basically you see nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. Except we lose people. And then basically I have to wait. So we're down 2 because Zarya's not back yet. We're down our main healer. We can't really do anything. The Reinhardt, we just can't do anything. So Zarya dies, go back and get her, basically, is what I think. Maybe she might have been back. Maybe she could have bubbled JoJo. Who knows? But basically we didn't do anything. We just had to wait. So you see this? This is called taking space. I am not doing anything, and I'm low, so I can't do anything, but he tried to hook me, so the hook is gone. That's got out a cooldown. They are just aware that I'm there, so they can't fully commit to this because they know that I'm behind them. That's taking space by not really doing anything and making sure you survive. Anyway, this is very risky because our Ryan is going in without a healer, a main healer. And I try and get the one hit. But miss. It's a risk. Anyway, so you decide to beat. You decide to beat. Yeah, I'm now out of range. That was a complete waste of amp. It was a complete waste of amp. Not necessary.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Okay, but doing it right in front of his face, you risk getting knocked off, and you almost do. What I would have done there, where were you? Where were you? Here. I would have beat on this plant here. Like, you know, just stay on this slight high ground. It's because you went and tried to do that. In order to do that, you would have needed to have wall jumped here to the tree, over to here, and gone up and tried to heal me. But honestly, it wasn't worth doing that. So you're kind of beating to counter the hog ult. Don't think it's a good trade, to be honest. But it does sustain us whilst JoJo's now back. Interesting one. Interesting one. I kind of feel like you just chucked that out for no reason. Or is it for me? Nice boop, by the way. Let's get back to you. Talking about loads of other people instead of you. So after you beat, which I don't get the looking at the floor. Is that supposed to activate it faster? Does it do that? If so, I didn't know that.
This is my jam.
But yeah,
Oh, let's break it down.
if it does that, it's new to me. They said, yeah, you are. I would have been staying on speed again. You're full HP. You're full HP. So's the rest of the team except me. And you're not in it, just speed. Nice. But you die for it. Is that worth it? Could you have been going around the outside? Maybe. Maybe rather than just going straight into the enemy team like 3 people. Into a coalescence. Maybe you go like what you were doing there. Wrap around the right hand side. Because look, I know they're not looking at you right now. And then maybe keep going forwards. Why do you go backwards? You did your element of surprise. You got the boop. Don't go back in. Keep with the same momentum. Keep the same momentum. Go forwards. Go around here. Because this is where your Reinhardt is, right? So I think, yeah, you kind of killed yourself by going back. That was the mistake. Not necessarily going into 3 people, because you saw that they were all looking the other way. So I don't think that was a terrible idea. It was the going backwards, back into them, rather than just continuing with your momentum that you got you killed. Well, I was going to say, why are you not wall riding? Were you doing?
Nothing's gonna stop me.
You must have been doing something else. And yeah, you're not looking around enough. You're not looking around enough. You're just, yeah, you're just a bit too static. You're just looking. I know you're looking for a boot, but you're not aware of your surroundings. We really should have had a diva. Should have got Izzy to switch as soon as the Pharaoh was there. How does that Moira not die? And yeah, I know you go out to avoid the barrage, but there wasn't him all there. You kind of killed yourself, I think. We lose this, don't we? How does the it's a nice dodge, Izzy, but oh my gosh, she gets hooked into the charge. That's hilarious. Yeah, shame we lost that. But I don't think, I can't remember what happens. So your camera does, it's like you're not actually using the looking down to, because like you want to flick up when you're wall riding, of course, to get like vertical momentum. But you seem to do it down low all the time. I don't know why. It's a bit weird.
Oh, time to accelerate.
So we're playing Rhine. They don't have the Pharaoh anymore. So really, yeah, we want to like speed on the hog. Jojo probably should have gone to Anna at some point. Nice. That's really stupid of him, to be honest. Stay on the speed. Almost. Appealing for your support. Yeah, watching out for their window. I don't know why you amp heal. If anything, it should have been amping speed. Really doesn't make any sense to me.
Sorry, had to give you the hook.
But yeah. When did theirs... Yeah, when did their window go up? Because, yeah, you guys, both of you, not really aware of that. And so we lose that fight, which means I think we lose this point. You started off great with the boop. The amp was completely wasted. Don't think you needed that at all. If you were on speed rather than heals, you would have got there faster. Yes, good. Yeah, so we don't touch. We should have had that. There's a couple of things that you could have done to improve the situation. Anyway, next one.
Ready for battle. Ready. 1. Round 2.
Yes, the amp speed. Yep, the flicking up. Okay, so you need to practice that rollout. Staying with your Rhine is good. I like this. Like this is where we should. He's by himself. He's looking for a flank. You're with 2 tanks. You should just be amping speed immediately, and then you fuck up on the wall. I'm not sure what happened there, but you should just be amping speed immediately. You should be right now. You should be here. You should be here, just behind your tanks, speeding them in to fuck up this hog, who should be dead if Jojo was Anna, which he should be because they had a hog the whole of the last round. Anyway, yeah, you're a bit late to the party. And so, yeah, you did it then. It's just late. It's just late because he's now back with his team. And I did a whoopsie and fell off the map. Yeah, don't... Yeah, good. Use cover. Get back to your Rhine. Oh, maybe a boot there. Amp. Oh, never mind. Yeah, the hog's looking for you. And gets you. So you saw the hog, right? Looking at you. You see the hog looking at you, right? I think it's a bit of a waste of amp speed. You didn't use it to actually get anywhere, but right there, he's looking at you. He's still looking at you. And yeah, I don't think you really achieved much. I'm not sure what you were trying to do. If you were trying to amp speed and wall ride over there, that probably would have been good, but yeah, you messed up. And I don't think you should have amped. Anyway, so we lose first fight. Partially because of me, I would imagine. So yeah, no need to amp speed here, because you're not moving everybody as a unit. Don't really need to be on heals. Okay, now maybe. Again, I don't know why you do that. Nice amp speed and heals, because the Rhine's literally 1. Heals, stay with him. I mean, speed, stay with him. Like, yeah, just try and stay with him. Try and stay with him. Try and predict the hook so that you can be as close as you can to him as possible to boop him. But yeah, you should be on speed more often. Good not to... I mean, he is by himself, but you don't have your Rhine. If the Diva was with you, it's like, make sure the Diva comes with you. Then you could push him. And again, Jojo should be on Anna. You're just out in the open, you should be dead. You should be dead. Again, you're kind of playing with fire. Back onto speed. No, stay on speed. So yeah, that would have been a moment to amp speed over there to probably not help me, but get the kill. But Jojo got him, so. But again, waste of him. You might have wanted it in a second. Yeah, you were on heals again. If you were on speed, maybe you get out. But you're kind of, your default is on speed heals when it should be on speed, I think. So this window visor after their window visor. So this is good, but our soldier does it from the wrong position. It's a good position from Izzy should be matrixing so that the visor... I mean, this is just a mistake from him not to actually cross straight into the Immor. But they did it first, so... It's a mistake from him and a mistake from Izzy not to matrix it. Yeah. Because that's the thing, we actually have a Diva, they just have a hog. So they've got no mitigation apart from their Rhine shield, which of course we don't have a Rhine shield because he was dead. But, then not to brag, but clutch by me. And then also clutch by our Ryan for getting some... bomb doesn't do much apart from create the space for me to get that kill. Look at this 5 strikes, hilarious. Hits him. Look at the cast roll in. Hits him. So lucky. Anyway, so you're back. Yeah, you need to work on that. You're not in range to heal. Is it me or... No, it was Jojo. No, it is me. You're not in range, so again, you amped in a weird way. Yes, go for the boot. Go for the... No, yeah, nice. Again, I don't get this flicking down and look punching. It's kind of pointless. Anyway, yes, getting him faster is good. Default heals again. You're not moving around, and neither is the team. Okay, you literally ran yourself. You exposed your left side to the whole of their enemy team. Very risky. I like the wall riding though. It's good. Because you always want to be on a position of high ground, because if they manage to get a shatter through your team, you know, you want to be slightly elevated so you don't get shattered, so that you can immediately drop and beat. So it's always good to be wall riding. But again, you're kind of in the open. Yep, speed on him, stay... Yep, not bad, not bad. Open though, yes. Yeah. You could have beat that. You really could have beat that. I mean, what else are you saving it for? You've had it for a long time. They have no ult that you can survive. Like, you either use it to sustain through, you know, Moira ult through one of their support ultimates. And if, you know, Window, it depends what they're using with it. But you either use it to sustain through one of their ults, or use it to save someone. Now, it's the last fight. And what picks have we had? Can't remember. Yeah, again, that's just exposing yourself like that. Really dodgy. So yeah, you're in the open a bit too much. Like if he high noons and doesn't get shot down, you're just in the middle of nowhere. And you kind of expose yourself to the hog again. Speed. You're a bit lucky not to get shattered here. A little bit more to the right, a little bit of patience. I think you would have booped him off. You just did it too early. Anyway, you need to be in this position. But yeah, soon as this happens, I would be like, beat. As soon as I see that, how long is it? Imagine it, you know, dropping the beat. Boom. I think maybe you save his life. It's an instant reaction, but I would have been thinking about that. But also the shatter, like you know that he shattered. Maybe you beat the shatter, you know, because again, last fight. What else are you going to do with it? That's nice. Yep. Why didn't you shoot again? It's just a moment there. I thought you had to reload, but you didn't. Yeah, you did. No, here. Why don't you shoot again? Yeah, you should have shot, you know, do the cancellation. You've got the boom. Do the 4-shot melee cancellation thing. Anyway, he's dead. Yeah, get the cover. Use the left cover. Anyway, yeah, not bad. There's definitely things. Use of cover is a big thing. You often are just in the middle of nowhere, and it has got you killed a couple of times, like with the hook you're just in the middle of nowhere, you know. Again, amp speed. Positioning is important on King of the Hill maps. Here we want control of this right-hand mega, ideally. Or we want to wrap around through the cave or whatever on the left side to get behind them. Speed is important.
I am loving this.
Because, you know, we have a Lucio. That's the benefit. We have the speed. They have a shit ton of heals. So, yeah, we should really be making use of it.
This is gonna make you feel better. You're fully healed.
Ryan is feeding. I would be amping over there and trying to save his ass. Basically.
Up the tempo. Get in here. I sing.
Yeah. Maybe I would have gone heals rather than speed. Because you're not able to communicate with this Reinhardt to say back out, back out. And to be honest, we don't want to be doing that. We want to be getting in. Try and use the shoot punch combo rather than just punching. This is a bit risky. Yeah, but they had the Anna and the Moira still.
Let's get you healed up.
Nice recovery though. Now we've got 2 kills, we can recommit and push. You're jumping around, it's kind of messing with your aim. And you're on the floor, so, you know, maybe no one's going to have shatter yet or anything, but, you know, I don't know, just try and work on your aim in that sense. That's much better, apart from the shots in the floor. This is what I was talking about, this is not our fault, this Ryan just literally giga feeds. But, do you go with him? It's the question. Right here, do you just go to speed, go through the room, go with him? Try and keep him alive? Probably. Probably. Because really, we don't want to be just sitting on point. It's giving them loads of space. You're still on heal for no reason. So again, default to speed is a big thing that you need to do. But I would go into this left room, go in there, get him. And just at least be with him a little bit. But yeah, he literally actually flanks and charges, and he just gets naded and slept, or slept and naded rather. It's so fucking dumb. It's so fucking dumb. So yeah, unfortunately he throws this game for us. Again, yeah, default to speed, get people out first, then heal after they've taken the poke damage. Poop him away, but careful of getting in range yourself. You see how much damage you took from that? It's like 130 damage. Or whatever it is. It's a lot of damage. Yep, who's that? Try and do the shoot to cancel the boop. It's like shoot boop or shoot melee. Those are your two, you know, combos, as it were. But and again, immediately get in there with him. Get in there with him. Help him out. Because again, that is your role. And why are you looking at the floor punching in that moment? I get it if you're just doing it to like dick around, like, you know, spray or whatever. But in the middle of a fight, don't do it. You lost some momentum doing that. Again, defaulting on heals. God, this guy. That's better. To get with him, not... Yeah, to get with your tank. See, this is one of those occasions. You want to be with your tank, but not on the floor. Because you just can't rely on your tanks getting... blocking every single shatter. So that should have been a... you are wall riding here. And then if you want to move up, wall ride to here. If you want to move up here, you know, bouncing around. You just want to always try and be doing that, especially when we're at this point in the map. People have got ultimates. He's going to have shatter, you know. It's like you just look at our Rhine, right? and you think, okay, he's been giga feeding, which means the enemy team's Ryan probably has shatter. Because in that instance, you can say it's his fault for not blocking it, but try and, you know, you can't control randos, you can't control other people and how they play. You can control how you play. And so in this essence, in this instance, you mess up because you could have been wall riding, you could have beat and saved the whole team and been the hero. So, like, you know, you've got to think about what you can control, not what you can't. So again, here I would be walking to that high ground, to this wall right in front of you, and wall riding on it. Even doing the just holding, you know. And again, you're on heels when, yeah, you should be on speed. Unfortunate. So yes, the Rhine messed up, but so did you.
Time to accelerate.
Most of the team just died, so rather than just speeding up by yourself, speed the team out. Because look, now you're literally just waiting. Default to speed. Like you just, yeah, we're going so slow because you're on heels. Just amp speed. He shouted nothing again, didn't he? This Ryan was so bad. I don't even know if, like, he's not a smurf. He's just that bad. Yeah. He's just that bad. He gets that though. I'd say that's a little bit early, that Imor. Also, we killed 2 people. I don't know why, if we needed the beat. I really don't know if we needed the beat. The Imor is still good. And you have amp. Oh wait, you used it here because you assumed he'd got a shatter, I guess. Use the window. Do you? Okay, so yeah, you see the everyone's, you know, needing healing. You see the criticals, right? But Jojo has his regenerative burst, right? Oh. Yeah, eventually. Aim and stuff was a little bit. Also, I don't know about pooping him right up into the air like that. You could have actually been giving him better sightlines with his visor. So, yeah, just careful of that. Yeah, see, this is what you should have been doing before. Nice. Your damage helped there, but yeah, staying on the wall. Default to speed. Default to, oh my god, you almost got yourself killed. That would have been your fault. But yeah, again, default to speed. Yep, okay. Yeah, I don't like this playing on point. Nice, okay. Yeah, use of cover is good! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was dodgy as hell. That was really dodgy. Yeah. This is just 100% a Rhine differential. If I were you in that position where you were over here, instead of going literally into a nanoed Rhine, you were here. This was great. This was fine. You know. Jump. Jump. Up here. Go the safe way. Crossing into open spaces. I mean, even if there wasn't a nanoed Rhine there, I'd still say it was a stupid route to take. You just cross into open areas too often. And I think that is GG. But this is the bit where it's 85%. 85% is last fight territory. We have an option to get in. I've died late. Diva has died late. So this is an instance where you should be thinking, who can touch? It's only me. We're not playing ball. We're not playing tracer. It's only you. So you need to be on speed, and you need to be trying to get a sneaky route in. So let's see what you do. You can't be, you know, it's, you realize it here, but you've not used your momentum and you're not on speed. And now you've used it just for nothing. Like, this is where you realize that it should have been you. So what you should have done, where are you? So we're there. Here is, you know, maybe you go the route and you go across here, boom, tree, boom, pillar, up here, bang, 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 you know, getting across over here, maybe hit this wall, maybe this pillar, whatever, onto the point, safety at like 95. I've forgotten whether it's 3 seconds or 6 seconds, but you only need to touch the point in that last 3 or 4 seconds. You don't want to touch the point sooner than that because you won't trigger overtime. So it really wants to be in that last three seconds, which is the last 3%, 3 or 4%. But yes, that's what you should have been doing. But, you know, so there were some things in this game. The main things you need to be thinking about are 1, defaulting to speed, not heals. 2, or you are doing it some of the time, but try and be wall riding, especially mid-fight, especially when, you know, Rhine shatters, things like that. You should always be thinking about Rhine shatters, and if you have beat, you can save the day. Even if you don't have beat, you can potentially save the day if you have amp. It might be enough to amp speed. You know, if it's a nano Rhine, you won't have enough. But if it's just a regular Rhine shatter with no bonus damage, no mercy boost or anything like that, and amp heals could be the difference between losing a member or two and, you know, keeping them and staying in the fight. But definitely if you have beat to counter it, you know, you should be thinking about that and not relying on your Rhine to block it. You can wall ride for a reason. Other than that, you know, just think of what your ultimate's for. If there's no obvious counters like a blade, nano blade, or a visor, you know, if there's no obvious counters like that, or the shatter, then use it to save someone's life, you know. Last thing, you're standing in the open too much. Just watch your positioning in general. You know, always think about playing around cover, getting from cover to cover when you're trying to do damage. Yes, and just practice your combos. You shoot your 4 shots and melee, or shoot and boop. Always try and weave those in. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, there's a lot of potential, man, but just some silly little things to fix. And I don't get the looking at the floor and punching. Like I said, if it's like a spray thing, like, you know, when people do that kind of thing, it's just your version of that, fine, but don't do it in the middle of a fight. You're messing up your momentum. Yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But there you go. Send me another game at some point of a very close loss. This one we really should have won. We just had a really crap Reinhardt. But you got to remember, you are a support. Sometimes there's times where you obviously don't want to put yourself in a situation where it's just literally just going to kill you. But sometimes, you know, you do want to be with your Rhine, and you could save him. You could save him. The thing is, when you're playing in these Rhine brawl comps, really the Rhine is a pretty like important part. Once you lose the Rhine, it's very difficult to win or to hold space or whatever. So it's worth perhaps trying to play around him, stay with him. But this guy really was stupid. Anyway, there you go. Like I said, send me another one of a close game, close loss. And yeah, try and work on those things. Positional awareness and such. Alright, GG's.